As predicted, former President Donald Trump came out on top at the Iowa caucuses. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis ended up winning the battle for second place.
Yeah, New York Times political reporter Anjali Huynh joins us live from Iowa. Thank you so much for being with us. Trump's victory in Iowa was historically massive, no surprise. But it really shows that despite his indictments, all of the legal troubles, the Republican Party is just standing by him, basically, no matter what. So what does this mean for his campaign? And at this point, can anything slow his momentum?
Well, thank you for having me. It is true that Donald Trump absolutely dominated the Iowa caucuses last night. Even though sub-zero temperatures plagued the state, he won with over 50% of the vote, which is pretty on par with what polling was showing us going into the caucuses. And he absolutely had the advantage going in. He was running in the style of an incumbent. He didn't do nearly as many events as the other candidates, but he was still pulling very large crowds at the ones he did do. And this is a state that he did not win in 2016. During his first presidential run, he lost the Iowa caucuses to Senator Ted Cruz of Texas. So it goes to show that he's really been able to consolidate Iowan voters, particularly evangelical voters in the state, in a way that he was not able to do in the past. A phrase I heard a lot was that voters wanted to, quote, see him finish what he started in his first term of office, and they clearly voted to do so last night.
Interesting. Ron DeSantis, second place win is good enough for him to keep on going. He says he's going to meet the other candidates in South Carolina. How long can this go, though? I mean, there are questions this morning about fundraising and how this could impact. Because Nikki Haley, even though he finished second, she wasn't that much further behind in Iowa.
That's right. Ron DeSantis managed to pull off that second place win, but it was much closer than expected for a candidate once seen as the future of the Republican Party and who invested quite a bit of time and money in the state. He touted doing this 99 county tour around Iowa, but to finish in second place, tens of points behind Donald Trump is a bit of a concern. Nikki Haley, the UN ambassador who finished third, was only a couple of points behind him despite spending much less time here. So he says he's going on to New Hampshire, to South Carolina. He's in South Carolina today, making his pitch in Nikki Haley's home state, but it is really unclear, what his future will look like past the early primaries.
Well, and that is really telling that he went straight to South Carolina instead of New Hampshire, because that is the next primary. It's a week from today. And Nikki Haley is polling much stronger
really well, yeah,
there in New Hampshire, getting closer to former President Trump's poll numbers there. So talk about the importance and what we should be looking forward to in New Hampshire.
Absolutely. Nikki Haley did not necessarily have the strong, second place win that she would have wanted in Iowa. But going into New Hampshire, she is in much friendlier territory. She is polling, trailing Donald Trump by less than 15 points, according to averages. And there's still a long way to go until next week. These candidates will be hitting the Granite State pretty hard. They're going to be out on the trail. Nikki Haley has said, that she will not participate in any more debates until Donald Trump is on stage, which gives DeSantis less opportunities to take her head on. So as Donald Trump looks to shut out his opponents, we'll have to see what happens, in the next week or so.
Yes, this is when things start to get interesting. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Okay.